Kingslayer, he's here, man. He's the champion that KT calls upon here in this last dire moment. A back-to-back GSL winner, Codes winner. He won the GSL Global Tournament, beating players from around the world, beating Sue twice, the best Zerg player in the world. And he's taken out quite a few Terrans. That seems to be the easiest opponent for him when he was going through those GSLs.
He's a guy that's on top of the world right now. He's shown strength in every single matchup. He's taken out so many different players like you just mentioned before. He's faced the build that Byung just used on this map against Salvation in their last match against Prime. He knows how to hold off that kind of thing. I don't think Byung can go for the same thing and hope to win. Zest is just way too solid. I'm really excited to see exactly what this guy is going to do to try to break down Zest, and what exactly Zest is going to do to try to take down this seemingly, really unstoppable Terran in Byung as well.
I feel like Byung might have something prepared here. He's probably knowing that these are the two opponents he's going to have to end up facing back-to-back like this. There's nothing left to say, guys. It's Game 7. KT Rolster or CJ Antis. One of these two players is going to the finals. The other goes home empty today.
Down here in the bottom right in the red for KT Rolster, it is Zest.
The Kingslayer is up against this player, the top left. He hasn't won an individual league yet, but I feel like it's just a matter of time. In my opinion, the second best Terran in the world, it's Byung.
Now Byung, what build are you going to do, man? What kind of style are you going to play on this map? Are you going to go macro? Are you going to go late against this guy in Zest? I think you have to. I think he's just too solid in the early game. He can hold off all kinds of pushes. And of course, we're getting a look at the GG girls for both sides, saying until the end, we're gonna keep cheering for you. So.
Well, this is the end. This is the last chapter, man.
Yeah.
There will be an epilogue with the interview. We just don't know who's going to survive and make it there.
I gotta say, it's probably going to be whoever wins this match will probably be the MVP for this, especially because it's a Game 7. We're going to look at some interesting stats. On King Sejong's station, KT is 12-6, CJ is 6-12. Interesting that those are kind of mirrored the opposite way there. CJ obviously overall not having the kind of success that KT has had, but they're pulling themselves into this playoffs, and they're showing that they can, they can have big fights against the biggest teams here that we have in Korea. Now Zest sending out this first probe scout, gonna of course go straight to the main base of Byung.
Byung again playing it safe, going for a Reaper Scout. Just like last game, this is still his last life. Imagine this is like Super Mario 64 or like Super Mario Bros. It says X0 at the top right because you have 0 more chances to live after this one. Your whole team is riding on this.
And Zest right now, he's playing hardcore mode right now, man. He's like, I have one life to live, one shot, one opportunity. I need to win this game or lose it for my team. The amount of pressure that is on the shoulders of both of these players is magnificent. It's gigantic. And we're going to see basically, even outside of StarCraft skill alone, we're going to see which one of these players can play better under this kind of immense pressure. This is basically the biggest game these guys have played in a long while.
Yeah, no, it's very true. Zest is a player who succeeded in the playoffs before. He was the all-killer. He won round 1 for his team. Then went on to win the GSL. Then won the global tournament, so he has all this experience. Byung was one of the best TVP players on the other hand. He was winning when no other Terrans were. A lot of that was on the back of that, that SCV pulled sort of timing that we've been seeing. But on the other hand, a lot of it was also coming from that Widowmine buff. We could see him try to put that kind of pressure on. That style has fallen a little bit by the wayside in Pro League, I would say. It's used more so in GSL, which we don't get to see too often, in fact, because, well, not that many Terran players are making it through the rounds of the GSL. Now, let's see if this Reaper gets any kills this time with a non-Nexus first. I don't think so.
No, he's got the Mother Core out just in time to defend against this Reaper. Of course, the Reaper is mainly here, if he can get kills, it's just a bonus. He's mainly in there to scout out the pylons, scout exactly what build is going down here for Zest, and this probe is actually going to get it in pretty far there. Sees the two barracks, or rather sees the barracks and the factory getting up there, as well as the expand. And I feel like this Reaper is actually coming back to try to snipe that probe. He wants to make sure no forward pylons are coming down here, no funny business. Wants to scout out all the different areas in the map in the north that probe could possibly put down any buildings.
Now Zest has made his choice. His choice here is going to be going for the safest tech possible. With this probe being here, this might freak Byung out a little bit. It's also a scout for Byung's third, but Byung might be like, oh my god, were you planning on proxying something? Why didn't you have the pylon there? Should I check for other proxies? Did you proxy it already? And then you move the probe over? All these ideas going through his head. Now he's going to do this 2 Hellion opener. Now the reason this has a lot of success is because it gives you the opportunity to drop with Marines on the main base and do Hellions harassing at the natural. Sometimes you can do it the opposite way where you drop the Hellions into the main and then harass at the natural with Marines. But this build has actually won a lot of games for Terran players getting ahead, but it's also lost a lot of games for them. And honestly though, going against Zest, I don't blame him for doing a build like this because in late game Zest is almost unparalleled. And I think he knows, like, you practice against Flash. My style is normally the SAV pull. I don't think I can pull that off against you here. I need to try to get ahead some other way and then play the late game after that differently as a result.
Yeah, definitely. He gets the Reaper into the main, and he is able to scout out the Forge and the Robotics. So he knows that Zest for now is just going to be sitting back, getting those upgrades up, getting those observers out for the scouting information. He knows right now that Zest is playing safe, so he's got to be feeling good about that. He's getting that first medevac out there, as well as a bunch more of these Hellions. Right now going up to 4, and the 5th and 6th guys are going to pop out right now.
Wow, double barracks going up here. Let's see how he does this. Looks like he's going to do the 4 Hellion drop. No, actually doesn't. All Marines, and then Hellions at the net. This is a lot more Hellions than we normally see. Sometimes we see only 2 with a few Widow Mines. Oh, he's going to see the drop. He sees it. 2 cannons are already up, by the way, too, because he's prepared for just in case of a Widow Mine drop. So that's going to help him out a lot, but still, that cannon's not going to be able to kill the Hellions fast enough. You know what? He might actually just fight with these together. Let's see how he decides to do this.
Yep, it's going to be really important. He may force the overcharge here and then drop in the main. Let's see, 6 Hellions right now. Forces it at the natural and comes in here into the main. He drops down the Marines. There's only 2 Stalkers here to fight.
Yep, he's going to do it together just like I said. Fighting with the Stalkers, or rather fighting the Stalkers with his Marines with the medevac support. Targets down that Mothership core before it can do a second overcharge. It escapes, but it's still too far away to do anything else. Pro's pulled off the line here, and he still doesn't have enough Stalkers to actually fight this. He has 4 observers, but that's letting him see a whole lot of death that's in his face here right now. Stalker's kiting again here against those Marines. He's in a good position with a lot of his probes. Once a Nexus cannon... Oh
my god! Gets a huge blast onto so many probes! This is almost irrecoverable damage. He's just going to go out after that photon overcharge goes down. There's 22 probes kills down now for Byung, and Zest has got to be feeling pretty bad about this one.
Oh my god, that was a split-second decision that he went for. He was just like, I got to do this right now. The Nexus overcharge came up, and he saw an opportunity regardless. Now, what this observer shows to him is, oh my god, he's going to have medevacs out, he's going to have a 3rd CC. I can't deny any of this, I can't pressure, I can't poke, I have no units, I have no army. And he's building a better army, he has a much better economy. He's up in Harvesters, and he has mules, soon to be triple mules. And oh my god, he can't let him get even a single more probe kill. He's actually going to fight these Stalkers.
This is Byung, like, trying to make everything work with the little amount of units he has, and he actually is able to snipe that Stalker. Does not want to lose the medevac, that would be big.
Oh my
Just
god.
barely saves it with 1 health.
I cannot believe it.
Oh my god. And this Marine even getting the health of this 1 Stalker down even more. Byung right now is just playing incredible, keeping that alive, getting even more harass damage done with 3 Marines and a Hellion against 3 Stalkers.
Now, joining up with these medevacs, probably going to send that 1 health medevac home to repair it, because cost efficiency-wise, it's definitely going to be worth it. He's got the minerals to spare, you know, why not? And Dark Shrine goes up here. Not a bad choice, as I say, when behind Dark Shrine, because he's going to need to get some sort of epic damage done here in order to recover. A big issue for him really is just a lack of army units while he's trying to replace these probes. He doesn't have anything in his main base right now. He's got 1 Colossus about to pop out, but it could actually get sniped here. Nope, 2nd Colossus coming up. I think he should be okay. Is he going to get the bait? No, he's going to fight these Colossi. Not enough DPS, so he's having a bit of indecision. Starting to fight those Colossi, though.
Nice kiting by Zest, though. That was very nice, Micro. You know, he lost a couple of units, but he keeps that drop away in a really, really crucial time right now. He cannot afford to lose that bay, cannot afford to lose 1 Colossus at all. Does a very nice job defending it for now.
Yeah, indeed. So the the lack of a warp prism makes this Dark Shrine less useful because he doesn't have any really very forward warping points. Jeez, he is really trying to get bang for his buck with every single unit he makes.
He's able to, man. These Colossi, they don't have the range. And they're even going to start picking off at this Colossi because it doesn't have the range. This is like some... This is incredible. He's doing this with 3 Marauders.
Byung right now is like the mom who's like from a upper class family who still saves all the Campbell's coupons, like off the cans. Like, he is not going to skip anything. Okay, a scan was just used. Actually, 2 scans just used. And you know what? These are 3 DTs. Turrets are going up, though. He's starting to realize. Okay, he's like, he might have actually even seen the Dark Shrine of that scan. He probably did. Now he's seen some block here, and then he should be okay. Especially considering all the DTs are coming from one location. He needs to split those. Okay, now he's splitting them. Well, actually, these turrets are far ahead. But, okay, there's the split. Only 1 turret, in fact. So this DT is getting nothing done, but he needs to make sure he has scans to deal with the other ones. Oh, he just walks back. This is terrible for Zest.
Byung right now trying to hit on that 3rd Nexus as well with just 3 Marauders. This is just what he's been doing all game long. He 100% denies the DTs. Now, that's pretty much sunk cost. I mean, he can make that into an Archon and possibly harass later on, but I feel like Byung is just going to be ready for that. He's going to have the necessary defenses. He's already put up all the missile turrets, and that's like a very, very small cost for how much gas Zest has put in for those DTs.
Viking fleet is coming out. He's going to intercept any warp prisms that might be going around the left side of the map. Beyond that, if he can actually catch a Colossus or 2, because we've seen this in the past, some players actually leave like 2 or 3 Colossi over at their 3rd base to defend while they keep the bulk of their Stalkers and their Gateway army at home to blink on top of drops. Could have maybe been able to snipe something like that. Looks like he just checks for warp prisms because he knows that with the DT investment that he already scouted, that's a big possibility. So he's just covering all of his bases here. He is up 68 supply. For Zest to come back in this game would take a miracle, and also Psystorm, which he doesn't have.
Yeah, he just barely...
Here we go!
We're seeing the SCVs being pulled, and I think this is a smart choice. He's so far ahead. We see the army right now for Byung, or rather for Zest, being 2 Immortals, 4 Zealots, 3 Colossi, and a Stalker, a Sentry in there as well as 2 High Templar, but still no Storm. It's probably getting out right now. He just has a +2 to his armor, but look at those supplies. I think Byung might just put down the hammer here. Scan goes down.
Great force fields. I mean, you can't deny it. The force fields are good. You get some decent shots of the Archons, but it's too little too late. Those Colossi running over here as far as they can run, but there's no more space. They ran out of room too fast. This is going to be the game. I am so impressed with Byung's play today. And they deserve their spot in the finals this round. Incredible, incredible play. Harassment here in the main base, targeting down Storm, and GG!
Byung takes game number 7 against KT Roaster. CJ Entis has done it once again. The chants going on for Byung are gigantic. This guy has done it. The play he has done against these 2 top players in stats and Zest was just unbelievable. What amazing Terran play.
He does it, he wins both games. The nightmare of KT, seeing him come out, it came true, it came real. Byung looks like he can't even contain his excitement right now. He's got to keep himself calm and collected because we're about to get an epic interview with him. CJ versus SKT in the finals. Now I know this disappoints a lot of people because we don't actually get to see that very, very epic KT versus SKT finals. But you know what? Honestly, much better deserved for CJ right now. And to me, I was excited for a possible KT versus SKT finals. But with how well CJ's been playing, I think they might even be able to top SKT. They might be able to topple this Titan team.
I think it's 100% possible. I think we cannot count out this team with the resurgence of Effort playing amazingly here, as well as Byung taking 2 games for his team. This team is like coming out of not the ground, but they were on the ground, and now they're taking off, man. They're on that generic Green Wings plane. Off of that, they push off of them, and they're starting to fly, man. They got a big round.
On the roller coaster of Rolster. They were able to get through that. And now they just need to cross their T on SK Telecom T1.
That's exactly what they got to do, man. What